Hello guys and welcome back to Mountain Blade, Warband, Prophecy of Pendor. Yeah, it's still a long name, but it's never gonna change, is it? Alright, so Own Kingdom. What have I done? Played only a couple of hours actually, not played that much, because you know, a lot is going to happen at, you know, when there's an additional faction in the world all of a sudden. So, as you guys have told me in the comments, you can basically, to get lords in your faction, you can talk to, you know, lords that are not loyal to their king, which is why I couldn't bring Duke Alexis over. But if they're not too loyal, you can get into a dialogue with them, and then you have to actually convince them to, you know, make them realize that they're gonna be better off with you. Well, I spoke to one. I didn't have a great relationship with him, but he was like, well, I feel safer military-wise on your side, which to me is just lol. Because, you know, I'm basically one lord, but okay, I guess that says something about Ravenstern's otherwise non-existent military force. But, yeah. Then he said, well, I'm still not too sure, because I don't want to be seen as a traitor. Well, and he's like, well, what would you give me? And I'm like, well, I'll make sure I'll treat, you know, I'll make sure that every noble or every lord gets their share of fiefs. That was not good enough for him. That was not good enough for him. So, yeah, he just decided to, no, I'm not going to join you. And I don't want to speak about this ever again. So I don't know if I just lost that way of recruiting him. But another way is to actually defeat him in combat, which I did in Duke Alexis's case. If you look over here, I have a nice little town over here, which is kind of nuts. But so far it has not been besieged, which I find insane. I've had it for pretty much since the beginning of Kingdom of Eternia, but yeah, they've not attacked it yet. They've not even attacked the villages, which is completely insane. But yeah, that's basically it. So I captured Duke Alexis, then you know you can just recruit him, which is cool. Then I basically got some of my companions and made them into lords. And gave them fiefs, because I was like, well, I gave High Pass Fortress inside of Sharif to, I don't know, I forget who exactly, but let's see, factions, Eternia, so yeah, they become countesses in my case, 'cause apparently I picked only women, which is crazy. So I think it was Kavera and Bodis, because I kind of just ran into them in a tavern and I was like, well, I don't like having you in my party, but if you can become a lord and, you know, have your own army and, you know, protect my lands, sure, you can have that corner. So yeah, I did that. Then after that, I basically took Kelradan and Mowbray, because, you know, giving it to Ravenstern. I still really want Anson's Lodge and Cannon Castle, but yeah, there's been a lot of running around just managing the armies, because I had to pull everything out of High Pass Fortress and into the other castles and cities. Same with Sidi Sharif. It's a lot of running around, let me tell you. Lots of recruiting and, you know, enemy signaled here, and you know you have to keep running all over the place. But yeah, so far it's been going pretty well, I'd say. But then Fierdsvane just decided to you know, attack me. Literally, I was sieging Dagon Castle. I was like, well, these two have a pretty big army in there, and Dagon Castle is practically empty. like 300 soldiers, and I was sieging that. Then kind of got my ass handed to me because of Ravenstern Rangers, shockingly. So I decided to retreat and, you know, wait for my troops to heal up again so I could then take it. And then, yeah, Vuurtvein attacked, and, well, I was like, well, I'd rather take Highcliffe Castle and Saint-Safid than Dagon Castle, because that just brings me closer to Ravenstern. You know, I just want to have this area. This has to be all me, basically. This has to be my sphere of influence. And from that I can, you know, branch out. But I first want this central area here. And I want Highcliffe and Saint-Safid to be, you know, the front line versus them. Even though at that point there isn't too much of them left. But, well, they still have this, which is... I've not paid any attention to those two castles, but, yeah. Alright, so I took Highcliffe just now. I gave it to Adanya. So now I basically only have Lethaldren, Diev, and Anson, because Frederick of Mettenheim just decided to leave. He might just show up again in taverns and stuff, because companions do that occasionally, or he does at least. He just decides to, no, I don't want to be here anymore. And you're like, well, can I convince you? No, this time I could not, so. Yeah. So I basically want to keep these dudes, at least. Maybe I can spare Anson, but Lethaldren and Diev are such great troops, I don't want to part with them at all. So, yeah, basically got my makeshift number of lords, without getting any actual lords. But yeah, I took Highcliffe, and they sieged it with this. Which, well, you can kind of see what I did. I came from over there, saw all this. They were not running from me because they, you know, they still outnumbered me because there's literally nobody in Highcliffe. And well, I just grabbed basically everything I had or I could from here. Basically all Knights of the Dragon. I think I dumped like yeah, 45 Ravenster skirmishers and some archers and stuff in there. But yeah, now they seem to be running, or at least one or two did. Yeah, he did. So yeah, I have no clue how this is gonna pan out, but this is kind of hilarious. So let's let's do this. Wow, look at this. I want to see the numbers on that. Surrender. What? 650? No way. How's that 650? That does not add up to 600. Unless there's... well, there's green numbers in here. Routed enemies. What? Those are routed enemies. Oh, there's 4 groups of routed enemies? What? Those must be high numbers then. You know. Yeah, they are. I don't know what those are. I don't know what spawns the routed enemies, but I've never seen groups of 4 like that. Literally never seen. You know, routed enemies normally are when you defeat a lord, and you know, the units that actually flood the map, they, you know, they become routed enemies, but 4 of them? I don't know what happened there. Let's see, is there any interesting lord? Yeah, this guy. I wanna fight this guy. Wow, whoa, 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 no. Well, this is bad. I wanted to fight. Well, I'm basically fucked now then. Or I should be. Also changed my layout a little bit. Yeah, I was basically looking for a thrown weapon. I don't know why, I just felt like changing it up, I guess. So you guys all do that. Infantry! Infantry down there. No further. Cavalry! So I have so much cavalry now. Wow. This is not gonna be pretty, is it? No, it is not. Oh, I thought I had so much more infantry, but I guess I didn't.
archers!
Hold it. Wait until they're a bit closer. Yeah, I'm not good with lancing, but... That was poorly timed. That was very, very poorly timed. I need to save my archers. Alright. Oh! What? I don't even know what hit me there. Cavalry just... Yeah, this is slaughter. Watching the numbers, at least we have less death than them. Yeah, this is not gonna work. This is just absolute chaos. Which is really cool to see, to be honest. But it's not effective. It's not really effective. I love how these rangers just kill their enemies, fall back to the line. Well, and then they'd start shooting, but they're still melee targets. Alright. Cavalry. This is not... Oh, I got so much more cavalry. I'm just sending my cavalry over here, so at least when I tell them to charge, I can kind of control them from here. No formations or anything, but... No, at least I can kind of control them. Oh, that's looking like a good charge, except they all just bunched up together like idiots. And look at that! There's like 20 knights or something going after this one routing enemy. Alright, retreat. And charge in again. I hope my archers blast with their arrows. I don't like doing this way. It feels like you can't be quick with... That ranger just got run over by a horse. That is funny. That is properly funny. Alright, dudes. What are you doing? Fire at will. Cavalry. Go. Charge in that whole blob, please. That would be win. No, instead they go for the little units over there. I guess it's cavalry versus cavalry then. Well, this is looking kind of good now until my archers run out of arrows, because then we're fucked. I really should have managed their arrows a lot better. But I find that to be really hard. I also hate the fact that, you know, lines pivot like that to face what they consider to be the enemy, or the brunt of the enemy. It is horrible. Because you'll just reach, you know, a situation where your archers are pivoting in front of the infantry. You know, soft targets moving in front of their meat shield? Bad idea. Very bad. Well, there seems to be no more next waves. But this was not all, this was just the first group. Because this was only 300. Well, I think that was